Have you ever wondered why there is so much diversity in the traits of individuals in a population? Why do some characteristics seem to exist on a spectrum, while others are distinctly categorical? The answer lies in the concept of variation, specifically continuous and discontinuous variation. Picture a population where every individual has a different foot size, ranging from very small to very large. This is an example of continuous variation, where the trait in question, foot size, varies along a continuum. There are no distinct categories or classes. Rather, there's a smooth graduation from small to large. But what is behind this continuous variation? It's a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Many genes, each contributing in small ways, work together to determine foot size. This is known as polygenic inheritance. But genes aren't the only players. Environmental factors, such as nutrition during growth, can also influence the final size of an individual's foot. Other examples of features that show continuous variation in a population are height, weight, blood pressure, IQ, intelligence quotient, skin color, hair length. Remember, while genetic factors play a significant role, environmental factors also contribute to continuous variation. External factors such as nutrition, climate, and upbringing can impact the expression of the trait and influence where individuals fall within the continuum of variation. Now let's begin to explore discontinuous variation. Imagine a different population, a herd of cattle. Some have horns, while others do not. There's no in-between. An individual either has horns or it doesn't. This is discontinuous variation, where individuals can be sorted into distinct, non-overlapping categories based on their traits. Unlike continuous variation, discontinuous variation is often governed by a single gene or a few genes, with distinct alleles that produce different phenotypic outcomes. This type of inheritance is typically described as Mendelian or qualitative. And while environment can sometimes influence the expression of these traits, its impact is generally less significant. For example, nutrition might affect the overall health of cattle, but it won't directly cause the development of horns in an animal that lacks the genetic predisposition for them. Here's a list of examples of features that commonly exhibit discontinuous variation. Blood types in humans: A, B, AB, O. This is an example of discontinuous variation because all individuals fit into a distinct category, and no matter which environment you live in, your blood type will remain the same from birth. Seed shape, round versus wrinkled, in pea plants. Ability to taste phenylthiocarbamide, PTC. PTC is a chemical compound commonly used in laboratory settings for genetic testing and research, due to its ability to elicit different taste perceptions in individuals. However, it is not typically found in consumer products due to its bitter taste and potential health risks. The ability to taste phenylthiocarbamide is possessed by those with the genes, but absent from those without the particular gene. Hence, individuals fit into two distinct categories, indicating discontinuous variation. Tongue rolling, ability to roll the tongue into a tube shape. Attached versus free earlobes in humans' hitchhiker's thumb, ability to bend the thumb backward at a sharp angle. Dimpled versus non-dimpled cheeks in humans. Presence or absence of wings in insects like beetles, for example, vestigial wings. Presence or absence of tails in certain dog breeds. So, in the grand tapestry of life, continuous and discontinuous variation weave together to create the stunning diversity we see in populations. Continuous variation, with its spectrum of traits influenced by many genes and environmental factors, paints a picture of gradual change and subtle differences. On the other hand, discontinuous variation, with its distinct categories determined largely by one or a few genes, highlights the stark differences and clear categories that also exist in nature. Together, they remind us that the world of biology is not simply black and white, but a fascinating spectrum of shades and hues.